Shabbat Shalom, everybody. I'm so grateful for the many ways I've been able to connect with so many of you this week. I, like you, are deeply saddened by the fact that we cannot meet in person. We cannot gather as a community together in our building, in our shul. And I'm also uplifted by the many ways that we have connected, that we have been together, even though it looks very different from the ways we connected before. So I want to celebrate that. And I want to think about that in terms of what we're going to think about, what we're going to look for moving forward, and what we might do differently and what we might do the same. Ultimately, I really want us to think about how we move forward. Recently, I saw a post in a Facebook group that I'm a part of that outlined some principles that a professor out of UNC Chapel Hill shared with his students. You know, they are all moving to online classes, even though they did not sign up for it. And I'm struck by these principles. So I wanted to first start out by sharing them with you. So, one, nobody signed up for this. None of us have signed up for this. We didn't sign up for sickness or illness. We did not sign up for social distancing. We certainly did not sign up for the sudden end of our collective lives together in our shul. I mean that to say that we may connect again in our shul very soon or not so soon, but none of us signed up for this at this moment. We did not sign up for online Zoom meetings. We did not sign up for, gathering one another online, teaching one another how to use Zoom, teaching one another how to Skype with one another. We did not sign up for having Kiddush lunch or Shabbat dinner together online. And we did not sign up for what we're experiencing. And I think it's important to name that. Unlike the college classrooms, there's a lot that we did sign up for. We signed up for being together. When we joined the shul, when we decided that we wanted this shul, that we wanted to be a part of Temple Beth Israel, we did sign up for that. And so, thinking about all that, we're signing up for something new. We're taking this on and we're living into it and we're leaning into the discomfort of it all. So, how do we move forward? We look at this as a humane option. This is the best option for us. We're going to start to prioritize supporting each other as humans. We're going to start by prioritizing simple solutions that make sense for the most. And we're going to prioritize that when those solutions don't make sense for someone, that we will find ways to connect with them and teach them. We're also going to prioritize simple solutions in terms of sharing resources and communicating clearly. I know that the Chesed team, our caring team, as well as our social justice team, are going to look into new solutions so that others who cannot go out will be able to have resources delivered to them. And also, another principle that this professor outlines for us is that we cannot just do the same thing online. Things look different. There are some things that are no longer possible. We're no longer able to open the Ark and remove the Torah and read from the Torah and get up for Aliyot. Some of the expectations we have might be different, and some of our objectives are no longer valuable. Right now, I think our objective has to be connecting. It has to be finding those ways that we can connect. I'm struggling with this. And as I said before, when Rabbi David sent out his newsletter, well, when the Shul newsletter got sent out, um, before all this took place, I was planning to share a little bit about Transgender Day of Visibility. As a transgender person, I do feel that's important. It's important that I get to celebrate my identity, and it's important that I get to celebrate who I am as a whole person, not just because I'm transgender. But I also know that being transgender makes it difficult for me to access different places. And so I'm reminded of that as we move into this world where we are online, thinking about coronavirus, thinking about how we're going to be together. We also have some guidance. We do. This week's Parsha highlights that as the Mishkan was being built, the Israelites brought forth gold and silver to help out as donations. We are so lucky that we don't just have to offer our community at Temple Beth Israel gold and silver. This is a time where the treasure is not the only thing we can give. This is a time where we are giving much of who we are. I'm struck by this. I'm hoping that you will find ways in the days and weeks to come, whether you are homebound like me and I cannot leave the house, or you are able to leave the house but really maybe shouldn't, that you find ways to support one another, that we give of our time and talent as well. I think that is one of the most important things that we need to do. And it is one of the ways that we show one another that we care. And it is the way that we identify to someone else that we see them, that they are visible to us. Their whole selves are visible to us. And so I know that this is probably going to sound cliche, but I hope that though I did not speak much about Transgender Day visibility, I hope that you look inside yourselves and see the ways that maybe you haven't been visible before and the ways that you want your community to see you. And be that person for yourself, practice self-care, be that person for the other members of our community as well. We each have gifts to give, and now is the time that we are going to give them. And we will find ways to get through this, even though we did not sign up for this. Shabbat Shalom.